Hi guys, welcome to this week's Urban Uncut, and this week we are going to go through our first impressions of the new Defender Octa. So this is the first time we've got our hands on an Octa. Obviously it's a very important car for us. We're not a car review channel, I'm not a car reviewer. If you want to know the intricate details of this vehicle, there's plenty of other channels that you can head to and go and watch a video on them. But what is important to us is the styling, the exterior design of this vehicle, and what we could potentially do to improve it, although Land Rover have done a fantastic job already. So one of the biggest things that makes an Urban Defender look so aggressive on the road is our wide track arches. Land Rover have added wider arches to this Defender Octa. But what's different to our arches, which are usually gloss black, these are colour coded, so they make the car look so much wider. This one has got these beautiful gloss black 22-inch wheels, but you can go for the 20-inch alloys with a much thicker off-road tyre. So there's a new top vent on the bonnet, which isn't actually a vent, it's flush now, it's a nice new design. You've still got the side vents in this Octa square style. This particular car is Chalante grey, which is beautiful. It's very similar to Carpathian grey. It's got the contrast black roof. So this is new to every other Defender in the range, this much larger air intake and grille, and this continued square design going around the car that goes into the side vents as well. Got these really nice bronze features as well, the bronze Defender lettering, you've got a bronze tow eye cover, bronze Defender side vent, which goes round to the rear tow hooks as well. Now, one thing that is lacking in modern car design is exhaust finishers, and usually if you look behind them you'll see a little exhaust coming out from underneath, but these actually work. So another standard feature on the Octa is a contrast black rear tailgate and NAS rear lights as standard. So you've also got this emblem on the side here, which is like the Octa design, and that is on the calipers as well, just below the Brembo logo. So it's taller by 28mm and wider by 68mm. Having said that, it's still quite subtle in its styling. A few changes here and there, but from what I understand, the biggest difference is the drive. So I can't wait to go and take this for a spin. There's no better road in the UK to test this new Defender Octa and how it drives than the A537 Cat and Fiddle Road. Now, the biggest difference, of course, from the previous V8 Defender is the new BMW power plant, which is the 4.4 V8 twin turbocharged. The last one was the 5-litre V8 supercharged. Now, it does seem a little bit quieter. Now, the frustrating thing about this car in particular is that it hasn't had its running in stage yet. So I don't want to go too mad, but you can hear that V8 rumble, and already just in comfort mode I can tell that it is a completely different animal to the last car. The suspension is what Land Rover are calling 6D, semi-active hydraulically linked suspension setup. So there's hardly any roll on this car. The front and rear axles have been moved by 3mm and 4mm to make way for the bigger tyre setup. So the last V8 Defender was 525 brake horsepower. This new one is 635 brake horsepower, so 110 brake horsepower more. Unfortunately, I can't feel that yet, again, because we're in the running in stage, but I can only assume that it's going to be a monster, because I never drove one with 525 brake horsepower and thought it needed an extra 100 plus. So the last time we were here, we were in our Defender XRS, which is Urban's ultimate Land Rover Defender. This is Land Rover's ultimate Defender. Now, drivability is unbelievable. It cannot be improved upon. I suppose the only thing I'd like is maybe a little bit more noise, but I haven't been able to put my foot down anyway. So the interior of the Octa, not a huge amount has changed. There's a few slight differences with the trim. You've got this beautiful black chrome around the temperature dials. You've got the Octa button and the paddles for the gear shifts, but it's just a very high spec car. You've got a clear side mirror, head up display. You've got the fridge in the center console, wireless charger, and these beautiful new body and sole seats. So as I said when we were in the centre of Manchester, the styling is quite subtle, apart from those big bulky arches, but you can really tell that Land Rover put a lot of effort into making this suspension as good as it is. It is absolutely incredible. I've never been in an SUV that is so flat on the road, with no rollover, and that does everything so perfectly. So in the Octa, it is business as usual. It's still quite rugged, but it feels so luxurious. The best thing about it, which I've found so far, is it's got like little subs in the seats. So when you're listening to music, it's like being a boy racer back in the day with a sub box in the boot. It's absolutely awesome. So again, look, I'm no car reviewer. I'm sure someone's done a nice half-hour, 40-minute piece on the intricate details of this vehicle and what it does compared to the last generation V8. But Land Rover have done an incredible job. It's such a cool thing. What I am looking forward to though is getting back to HQ and showing the designers and just seeing what we can do with it, just to make that styling a little bit more aggressive.
Right then, John, so Lenny's just got back with our first Land Rover Defender Octa. So what do you think of the new front end?
Well, I like it. Instantly, you can tell a difference. So where it used to be three-piece, I mean, it still is in like this lower section there, but that front middle piece is one big section, which it didn't used to be. It used to be separate. So I already know our DRLs won't fit this bumper.
And then obviously, why do you think they've changed the front end?
Well, obviously for aesthetics, but it sounds like you know something I don't.
Mate, I don't know a lot of technical stuff, but what I do know is that obviously they've now incorporated these huge scoops to suck in a load of air to obviously keep that big BMW V8 engine cool. But I think overall it looks really well. Can't believe how high the arches actually sit up onto the wing.
I think the fact they sit so high gives you that feeling that they're wider than what they actually are.
Yeah.
I think that's what they've gone for there. I mean, that's a big piece of arch there, isn't it, compared to ours? And the way that you notice it more than anything is because of these front bumper corners. Before, everything goes over the top of it, but where they've incorporated this, they've actually brought this out. I'm sure if you measured it, there's a good few inches in it.
So obviously, look, we've said we know that the front canals won't fit already, so should we try them anyway?
Yeah, just for the sake of it.
Yeah,
we'll go with that. I mean, yeah, as expected, that you can see that it's kind of the same car, but they're nowhere near. So that's down for Si and the design team to really come up with something else for that, isn't it?
So bonnet then, talk to me about the bonnet. We do top and side vents.
So that's exactly the same. Our top vents will fit direct into this.
And then in terms of light bar as well?
Light bar will fit 100%. The roof's exactly the same, so that'll be a direct fit.
So then our biggest seller, obviously, as we know, is
spoiler.
Our spoiler.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not a betting man, but that'll fit.
Yeah, the last time I had a bet with you, John, I lost, didn't I?
You did lose, yeah, terribly. Right, so yeah, that fits.
Like a glove.
Like a glove, yeah. So that's perfect. In fact, it does actually in keep with the look of this Octa, to be fair to it.
See, now I really like that. I think it's the one thing that we've obviously never done. He's kind of changed the rear bumper
Correct.
on any Defender that we've ever done. But I actually quite like the fact we've now got the twin pipes. Now I know that's obviously going to be part of the exhaust system. It's the Octa and it's a bit more grrr.
Exactly that.
But I spoke to the design team about potentially taking the quad exhaust from the rear and actually incorporating our new design with maybe a lot of billet tail pipes. But it's nice seats, spoiler fits, check. We like the arches, check. We like the rear end, check. We like the seats, we like the sound system, we like the engine, we like the suspension. All that now leaves is
Doug to scan it.
Yeah, get them bad boys in, Chris. Get them right in, mate. Spring, summer 2025 coming in with the heat. Dior hit me up. So the Defender Octa, actually they're almost Octa colours, aren't they?
I do like that.
Yeah.
They're a proper pair.
What a special car that is. I think Land Rover really done the business with that. They've kind of made our job easier in terms of the base of the car. So the engine, the suspension, the techie stuff, very, very, very good.
I've always thought that Defender's real cool, drives extremely well, it's a good utilitarian vehicle. It does everything you want it to do, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You get the family in there, get the dogs in there, but that is just a special thing, isn't it?
Could this be like a rival to like the Urus's and the Bentegas? Could this take the Land Rover product like that step further? Because 635 brake horsepower is no joke. That's
It's
proper
quick, isn't it?
tool. Yeah.
Needs a bit more noise.
Yes.
And a bit more theatre.
Yeah.
I'm not a massive fan of the bass seats.
I see. I love that. That reverts me back to my inner boy racer with a 12-inch Vibe sub in my boot. I love that.
I kind of get that as well, but I don't know what it was. It just annoyed me a little bit. But overall, I think what a great car.
Yeah.
It looks well.
Yeah.
Arches are massive. Like
Really
big,
tall.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see what kind of like side comes up with.
Yeah, we need to report back to Chief Designer Simon from Urban Automotive and see what his ideas. Have you got any ideas for it?
Yeah, I've got a few.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I have as well. I'm interested to know what the viewers think. What do you think we should be doing to it? Because it's a very cool car already.
Yeah, but we could still make it OEM plus.
Yeah.
Jaguar Land Rover done a great job.
Yeah.
As you said, just to reiterate, the car drives extremely well, handles well, loads of power on tap, needs a bit more noise.
Yeah. But that's all stuff that we can sort out, the aesthetics and the noise.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that,
Get in the comments, let us know what you think.